Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Ashtavakra says that the self-realized soul has the truth unveiled to him or her. Such a person becomes free from misery and thus such a person, whether he or she, shines with a strange type of effulgence and they attract people whether they like it or not. They are sublime, serene, blissful, happy, and eternal. Self realized souls. There are several self realized souls in this society. There were self realized ones before, there are many now, and there will be many later. Such people are coming and going all the time, and they don't have to reveal themselves to others. Only one self realized soul can understand the other. Some of these self realized souls are very, very popular, famous, attain some sort of spiritual stardom, and others are there but they are not that popular. There are many self realized souls who keep to themselves, who remain in nirvikalpa samadhi, that is, meditating on God all the time, and the possibility is that in this lifetime or in their lifetime they may not become so famous, but they will become famous after death. I will give you an example of both. Shirdi Sai Baba, Puttapurti Sai Baba, Mahatma Gandhi, Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad, Guru Nanak, etc. are people who became very famous in their lifetimes and who made others gravitate towards them knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or unconsciously. At the same time, there were some self-realized souls who became famous, but they were not known during their lifetime. Yogoda Satsang, Yogananda Paramhansa, Sri Aurobindo Ghosh, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami were people who became famous in their lifetimes, but Sri Yukteswara Giri, Sri Rahiri Mahashay, Sri Ram Gopal Majumdar, Sri Nagendranath Bhaduri, Tiger Swami, Nirlamba Swami, Satyananda, all these people became famous only after their life, the death. Actually, some were famous even then, but among a very chosen number of people. But these people were very famous and they made the public gravitate towards them without their thinking about this or without their asking for it. I'll give you an example. There was a person called Venkatraman who went to a place called Tiruvannamalai at the age of 18. Tiruvannamalai is a temple hilly area in Tamil Nadu, India. This boy was only 18 when he went there and remained there till the age of 79. He was happy meditating within. He never moved out of a 50-kilometer radius from where he lived in Tiruvannamalai all his lifetime. Yet, such was his effulgence, such was his spiritual power that millions of devotees flocked around him on their own, built an ashram for him, and this man became internationally famous, and he had foreign devotees too. This guy never wanted anything, and when he was asked some question, he gave the answer not verbally but in written form. He only said, everyone is great provided he or she tries to find out what is he or she is or who he or she is. Indirectly, he wanted all of us to do soul searching, meditating, and finding out our true spiritual identity. There are many such cases where a person remained recluse, but he or she became famous because he or she attracted people. Mirabai was not so famous on her own, but her spiritual effulgence was such that even Raja Akbar, the Mughal emperor, went to her and sat beside her when she was praying to Lord Krishna. There are many such cases. There is one which I will tell you now. Swami Yogananda Paramhansa, the founder of Yogoda Satsang Society of India, who became world famous, wrote an autobiography about various unknown saints. One of them was called Ram Gopal Majumdar. This person was ordinary looking. He did not look like a wrestler or a bodybuilder or anything like that. But according to Yogananda Paramhansa, there was such an indescribable effulgence in this man's eyes that Swami Yogananda Paramhansa shivered at its sight. Similarly, another self-realized soul, Chinmayananda, said that he was thunderstruck when Swami Ramana Maharshi looked at him. Such was his spiritual effulgence. There was another saint called Nagendranath Bhaduri. This man seldom moved out of his own house and had not stepped out for the past 20 years. Yet he had international and national followers with whom he could correspond, and he became internationally famous through a mention about him in the autobiography of a yogi by Swami Yogananda Paramahansa. Lahiri Mashai was nationally famous among a few of his devotees, yet he became internationally famous because of the same book. The same happened to Sri Sri Yukteswaragiri. These are people who are self realized and who don't want to be famous because they are happy and blissful within, yet they become famous because of their spiritual effulgence. We all should emulate such very great and noble souls, try to become self realized ourselves, and then keep to ourselves and spend all our time in nirvikalpa samadhi, that is, thinking about God and meditating on God and self forever, so that we leave this gross body and go to the etheric body and progress further. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.